Hello everyone, I'm Steve John. Welcome to another session of Chemistry Made Easy. Today, we will learn how to easily determine if a compound is ionic or covalent based on its formula. So let's begin. First, let's differentiate ionic and covalent compounds. Ionic compounds are generally composed of a metal and a non-metal, while most covalent compounds contain only non-metals. When classifying ionic or covalent compounds, you just have to look at their formulas. If you see a metal element together with a non-metal element in the formula of a compound, then that compound is ionic. But if you see only non-metal elements in the formula of a compound, then that compound is covalent. So how do we know if an element is a metal or a non-metal? The answer is simple. You just have to look at the periodic table. The position of an element in the periodic table will tell you if it's a metal or a non-metal. In the periodic table, what separates the metals from the non-metals are the metalloids. The metalloids are the borderline elements. The metalloids include boron B, silicon Si, germanium Ge, arsenic As, antimony Sb, tellurium Te, and polonium Po. Those elements to the left side of the metalloids are metals. The only exception here is hydrogen. Although hydrogen is located at the left side portion, it is considered as a non-metal. On the other hand, those elements to the right side of the metalloids are non-metals. As you can see, the elements in blue squares are metals. The elements in yellow squares are non-metals, while the elements in green squares are metalloids. Now let's consider some compounds and classify them as ionic or covalent. First, we have sodium chloride or NaCl. To determine whether this compound is ionic or covalent, we have to know if the elements in NaCl are metals or non-metals. In order to do this, we refer to the periodic table. The first element Na is located to the left side of the metalloids, so it's a metal. The second element Cl is located to the right side of the metalloids, so it's a non-metal. Because NaCl is made up of a metal and a non-metal, therefore, it is considered as an ionic compound. Another compound, HCl or hydrochloric acid. We have two elements here, hydrogen H and chlorine Cl. Now let's look at the periodic table. As mentioned earlier, hydrogen is a non-metal even though it's located to the left side of the metalloids. Chlorine is located to the right side of the metalloids, so it's a non-metal. Because the elements in HCl are both non-metals, therefore, HCl is a covalent compound. Next compound, H2O or water. We have two elements here, hydrogen and oxygen. Now let's look at the periodic table. We already know that hydrogen is a non-metal. Oxygen is located to the right side of the metalloids, so it's a non-metal. Because the elements in H2O are both non-metals, therefore H2O is a covalent compound. CaCl2 or calcium chloride. We have two elements here, calcium Ca and chlorine Cl. Calcium is located to the left side of the metalloids, so it's a metal. Chlorine is located to the right side of the metalloids, so it's a non-metal. We have a metal Ca and a non-metal Cl. Therefore, CaCl2 is an ionic compound. CO2 or carbon dioxide. We have two elements here. One is carbon, the other one is oxygen. Carbon and oxygen are both located to the right side of the metalloids, so these elements are non-metals. Because CO2 contains two non-metal elements, therefore, it is a covalent compound. NH3 or ammonia. We have two elements here. One is nitrogen, the other one is hydrogen. Nitrogen is located to the right side of the metalloids, so it's a nonmetal. Hydrogen is also a nonmetal. Both elements in NH3 are nonmetals, therefore it is a covalent compound. LiF or lithium fluoride. We have two elements here, lithium Li and fluorine F. Lithium is located to the left side of the metalloids, so it's a metal. Fluorine is located to the right side of the metalloids, so it's a nonmetal. We have a metal Li and a nonmetal F. Therefore, lithium fluoride is an ionic compound. Now let's try some complicated looking formulas. We have H2SO4 or sulfuric acid. We have three elements here, hydrogen, sulfur, and oxygen. We already know that hydrogen is a nonmetal. Notice that both sulfur and oxygen are located to the right side of the metalloids, so these elements are nonmetals. All three elements in H2SO4 are nonmetals, therefore, it's a covalent compound. Another compound, C2H5OH, are commonly known as ethyl alcohol. We have three elements here, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. We already know that hydrogen is a nonmetal. Notice that both carbon and oxygen are located to the right side of the metalloids, so these elements are nonmetals. All three elements in C2H5OH are nonmetals, therefore, it's a covalent compound. Next is isopropyl alcohol with the formula CH3CHOHCH3. We have three elements here, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. The elements here are similar to the previous compound C2H5OH. Carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen are all nonmetals, therefore, this compound is covalent. Cr2CO33 or chromium 3 carbonate. We have three elements here, chromium Cr, carbon, and oxygen. We already know that carbon and oxygen are nonmetals. Chromium is located to the left side of the metalloids, so it's a metal. We have a metal here and two nonmetals. Therefore, this compound is ionic. Now let's classify this one, BCl3 or boron trichloride. We have two elements here, boron B and chlorine Cl. Boron is a metalloid, while chlorine is a nonmetal. We have a different case here. We have a metalloid plus a nonmetal. So is this compound ionic or covalent? For compounds containing a metalloid and a nonmetal, they are usually classified as covalent. Therefore, BCl3 is a covalent compound. Last compound, SiH4, also known as silane. We have two elements here, silicon Si and hydrogen H. Silicon is a metalloid. Hydrogen is a nonmetal. We have a metalloid plus a nonmetal. Therefore, SiH4 is a covalent compound. Now let's test your understanding of today's lesson. Try to answer these practice problems. Classify the following compounds as ionic or covalent. Just refer to this periodic table. As you can see, I have removed the color designations for the metals, nonmetals, and metalloids from this periodic table to give you a little challenge. You may pause this video while answering. Here are the answers. Number 1, H2O2. It is classified as a covalent compound. Number 2, B2H4. It is also classified as a covalent compound. Number 3, AgNO3. It is classified as an ionic compound. Number 4, CaSO4. This is also classified as an ionic compound. Number 5, HOCl. This is classified as a covalent compound. So that's how you easily determine if a compound is ionic or covalent based on its formula. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more tutorials. If you're looking for more chemistry tutorial videos that are short, simple, and easy to understand, Just click the Chemistry Made Easy playlist below. Have a great day!